What's up, Otaku fam? We are the Otaku Couple back with more reactions here for the channel with some more Emirichu. We have I Win to Japan's biggest artist alley.
Go.
We like Japan. She loves art.
It's a win.
It's everything that we need here on the channel. You know what I'm talking about? So thank you guys for the continued support. Be sure to comment, like, subscribe. Go check out Emirichu and the rest of her videos and our playlist of all of our reactions to her content here on the channel. Let's hop on in.
Can I talk to you for a second?
Sure. About what?
Well, I don't know if you've noticed, but I've been taking a bit of a break from anime cafes lately.
Actually, I have noticed. And honestly, I was too scared to mention it to you because I thought maybe you just hadn't noticed. But I really appreciate it. Seriously, it just feels so good to be able to breathe again, you know?
Is that her wallet?
Oh, so what did you want to talk about?
So there's this art convention I really want to go to.
Oh, motherfucker!
Hi, my name is Emily, and my favorite thing about going to conventions is the artist alley.
Same.
Something I look forward to every time. And not to diminish the value of panels, meet and greets, and meeting up with long-distance friends, but as someone who loves to surround themselves in other people's art on the day-to-day, the artist alley holds a very special place in my heart. So imagine this, a convention except the entire thing is just artist alley. Recently, I had the opportunity to visit Design Festa, one of Japan's biggest artist events, or rather, the biggest artist alley I have personally ever been to. And I'm here to tell you all about the magical experience. What is Design Festa? Design Festa is a huge event where tons of artists, big and small, amateur or professional, can display and sell their original art for the weekend. And it is huge. Just to give you an idea of the sheer size of it, there are literally thousands of artist booths. And even though I attended both days until closing, I still didn't even get close to seeing everything. So let's dive right in.
Oh boy.
On day one, I went with my friend June, and we made sure to go to the Tokyo Big Sight venue even earlier than opening time, so we'd have some time to get coffee and a snack and hype ourselves up for the day to come. It happened to be an unexpectedly very cold day that day, but luckily, everything was indoors.
I love this massive structure.
And when I tell you that there were a lot of people attending, I mean there were a lot. Luckily, the booths were nicely spaced out, so there was still plenty of walking space. Like, it might be hard to tell in these super large crowd shots, but you can tell that it's not shoulder to shoulder. There was always plenty of space to move around and get to where you needed to go, and this detail was greatly appreciated as someone who has had to traverse through several cramped and poorly ventilated artist alleys in the past and almost pass out. We know which one I'm talking about. I'm not going to name any names. Another thing I really liked about Design Festa is the fact that it's pretty much entirely original art. You really won't find any fan art goods, which I think is great because it lets artists showcase work that they're really passionate about and sort of lessens the pressure of having to appeal to what's currently popular in media. It was so cool to see the niche booths that had like one particular theme. Like, you want to have a booth that's dedicated to just chicken themed art? Here you go! There it is! Every single piece at this booth was chicken themed, and the artist in question was in the middle of drawing more chickens when I took this video. It's amazing. You want a booth of just shrimp tempura based goods? They've got it. Look at it. Look at these cute fuzzy keychains. Look at them. It's all shrimp tempura. You want a booth that makes handmade bags in the shape of various different types of frogs? You won't believe the booth that I ran into. There were so many different styles, different mediums, different types of goods. It was overwhelming in all the best ways. And I know this feels like a very overused line, but this event is the definition of the phrase, there's something for everyone. And my God, there were a lot of things for me. This felt like I was training for the self-control Olympics. And even now, looking back at the footage and pictures I took, I'm kicking myself for not buying some of the things I saw because I was so focused on just making sure I didn't go overboard. And it was hard. The amount of artistry,
holy shit, look at that,
in one room at any given time
was
awe-inspiring. And that was the other crazy thing to me. It wasn't like one big room with all the artists. It was 2 floors worth of art divvied up between 2 buildings, the South Hall and the West Hall. So yes, just a heads up, if you plan on going to this event, wear comfortable shoes because there's a lot of walking. And another really convenient thing about it was the fact that the booths were separated by what type of goods they had. So
Okay.
if you wanted fashion and accessories, you'd head to the South Hall. And if you
Gotcha.
wanted illustrations, crafts, or see live painting, you'd
That's
go
really
to the
nice
West
because
Hall.
even when we go to
Yes,
cons and they have
live
like a merch
painting.
alley,
There was an
it's
entire
It's
section of
hardcore.
artists
Yeah.
drawing on giant
God.
canvases right behind their booth. And it was so cool to see how much the artists progressed on their wall over the course of the weekend. Some of my favorites included this artist drawing a big pile of adorable cats behind their cat-themed booth, and this artist drawing a giant frog
that's
mural behind
awesome.
their frog-themed
Dope.
booth. There was also a low light part of the hall that kept the lights off on purpose so artists could show off their unique glow-in-the-dark and illuminated goods. My phone camera unfortunately doesn't do it justice, but it looked really cool seeing all the booths light up the pathways. It was even a live
Nice.
painting area where an artist was using glow-in-the-dark paint. This was also where a lot of the spookier themed booths
That's
were
cool.
designated. This booth had some
That's
really
so
gorgeous
cool!
pastel
It's
spooky
literally your
art.
art style.
And I also saw this really
exactly
cool
how you like to
accessory
draw your
designed to
stuff.
look like a spine and rib cage. And some
Dude.
booths had genuinely terrifying looking art, all handmade, incredible looking pieces that just fit the low light vibe perfectly. This low light booth had some beautiful moth pieces and little glow in the dark mushroom terrarium trinkets. This particular booth had glow in the
Oh,
dark
that's
jewelry,
pretty.
and again, the phone camera is not doing it justice, but these pieces were glowing. For my first Design Fest experience, I decided not to spoil myself with the list of exhibitors beforehand because I wanted everything to be a surprise. But there's this Japanese artist on Twitter called Wachichi whose work I really love, so I was really excited when they announced that they'd be boothing at Design Festa, and I managed to beeline it to their booth on day one and I got myself some goodies, including their art book and an original piece, which I was extremely happy to get my hands on. June quickly noticed that the booths I kept gravitating to the most were the ones that displayed food art, or pretty much anything made out of clay. The thing about clay that I find so enticing is that even if someone makes like 50 pieces of the same design, human hands are imperfect, so each one feels unique and one of a kind.
That's fair.
Miniatures in particular are just insanely impressive to me.
Look at
the way
the
someone
bread.
can use
Yeah.
clay and paints to mimic the textures and appearances of real-life objects. And, of course, who doesn't love a delicious-looking art piece? There was a ton of food art, ranging from cute illustrations to soft felt pieces to soap to candle art. It was literally a feast for the eyes. One of the most important aspects of Design Festa is their celebration of freedom of creative expression. And this is so clearly
Oh, that's
embraced,
nice.
Wow,
not
that
just
was
by the
awesome.
artists that booth there, but the attendees as well. I saw so many amazing outfits at this event. Right before the event, I actually saw these three friends dressed in matching strawberry coordinated outfits, and I had to ask for a picture. There was one attendee dressed head to toe in full Decora-K, and a bunch of fursuits, including this one wolf guy in streetwear who was absolutely killing the look. There was even a red carpet area where you could pay 500 yen to showcase your unique look like you're at a fashion show. I also forgot to mention they had performances on the main stage all day for both days, and I managed to
Wow.
catch a glimpse of a few of them while running back and forth between the two buildings.
I was on a
ended up
mission to
getting really
shop.
hungry, so
It's
for
a
lunch,
mood.
June and I decided to get food from one of the food trucks outside, and as
Oh
we
my
feared,
God,
it
that's
was
so-
insanely busy outside. And
Always.
since this was in November, it was super cold, and we waited in line for a very long time. So
That's
if you
just the unfortunate part about going to any kind of big festival, con, anything. Just know you're most likely just
Yeah.
prepare to be hungry.
Be prepared for me to study when this comes back because we're going. I need to go. The time is now.
The FOMO is real.
I'm going to cry.
No crying, no crying.
If
It's
you wanna
happy
save
fun
some
times.
time and comfort, I definitely recommend packing some snacks or your own lunch.
Yep, exactly.
I wanted to be
big-ass
really
burger.
cute and feel really cute on the first day, but I think in the future I'll have to save the really cute outfits for the spring Design Festa, because after walking around all day with heeled boots and a coat that didn't
Yeah.
keep me warm enough and a shoulder bag that got progressively heavier and heavier as the day went on, I was super tired and in a lot of pain by the end of the day. So for day 2, I made the practical decision of wearing sneakers, a proper winter outfit, and a backpack to store all purchase goods.
There you
Yeah.
go.
I wish I was better with words because I truly feel like I haven't been able to properly describe how amazing this event is. It was 7 in the morning
it's
when I
the
was typing the script, and
ones.
I hadn't gone to bed because I was that excited to talk about this. And I dare say it is probably one of my favorite things that I've ever done in Japan. It happens twice a year in May and November, so if you happen to be in Tokyo around that time, I urge you to go. It's less than $10 for entry at the door, and it's even cheaper if you get tickets in advance. Anyways,
Go to cry.
No crying. It's
I
gonna
wanna
be
go.
okay. We're gonna go eventually. It's
One of those
okay.
fake display suites, and this parfait is made by Fake Sweets Patisserie.
It's
Oh my
gonna
gosh.
be
Looks
okay.
Gotta
absolutely
go.
scrumptious, and I actually used this as a prop for my merch photo shoot.
Oh, yeah,
so
you
it has
did.
served its purpose and will continue its life as a decoration piece. I ended up getting a bunch of stuff from this artist who went by the name Nekomiya, and they specialize in making cute trinkets out of clay. First off, I, of course, had to get the strawberry shortcake keychain, which looked adorable, the texture was amazing, and it was surprisingly very lightweight. And I also got this cat cookie keychain, which had some really cute chocolate detailing, a little fish-shaped banana, and a paw print on the back. I also picked up a second cat cookie keychain, and this one says cat lover on the front in icing. I really loved the realistic cookie texture on the back, and it came with a dangly fishbone charm. These next little clay pieces I went crazy for, because they're little cat Ichigo Daifuku. I had to get 2 because they were so stinking cute, and I really loved the powdery mochi look that they had, and the little chocolate faces. And of course, I had to get the earring version of these little guys. The details on the
God,
strawberries
it's so
are
cute.
so good. And again, I love that they're handmade. And the last thing that I got from this booth was this cat dorayaki charm for my friend Carmen, who is also a fellow cat lover.
Look
I
at slow
got
balls.
this strawberry cake clip from Sakuraba Cafe, and a large cat washi tape roll from Yojo Tape. And I'll include a picture of what the swatch looks like, since it's kind of hard to tell from just the roll.
So cute.
Next thing was this photo holder from Heki Senhouse, which came with a dangly strawberry charm. You can put in a photo card of
All
your favorite
things
person
strawberries.
or a Polaroid photo, and I personally haven't decided what to put in here, but I thought it was very pretty. From the same booth, I bought this strawberry letter set, which came with
So
an assortment of
pretty.
stickers and a small file holder. And they very kindly packaged it in this very sweet gift bag, which I will not be throwing away because it is perfect. Next item is, wow, what a surprise! It's more strawberries! This time, it's a handmade clay pin by Nonojiko. Very pretty, very shiny. And also from Nonojiko is this hair tie
That's
with a similar strawberry clay charm attached to it. This next one is from Mo Cafe Sweets, and it is a gorgeous strawberry clock that doubles as a bag charm. The face of the clock has a theme of strawberries and cream, and I was told by the seller that the entire thing was hand painted.
Wow.
It is so beautiful, and attached is half a sliced strawberry with a little dollop of cream and a little clay strawberry cake slice. This was one of those things where I looked at it, and immediately in my heart, I knew I had to get it. They actually had a curry rice themed watch as well that I was tempted to get, but these handmade beauties were understandably on the pricier side, so I had to just choose between the two. Also from Mo Cafe Sweets were these handmade, hand-painted earrings made to look like packaged strawberries. This is perfect for strawberry season, and this is honestly everything that I've ever wanted in an earring. They're so cute and detailed and realistic, and I'm so excited to roll up to every single strawberry-related function with these on. With that being said, I promise I'm done with the strawberries. I'm gonna show a more variety of things. And speaking of realistic pictures, I picked up this ultra-realistic potato salad for Ditus, because potato salad is one of his all-time favorite foods.
Really?
Actually, when I first gave this to
Interesting.
him, he was fully prepared to attempt eating it before even questioning the size of it or the fact that it was a miniature. But in his defense, it does look very legit.
It does
quite
look real.
impressive. As mentioned earlier, I bought Wachichi's beautiful art book, which also came with a holographic badge. It also came with a few stickers and mini prints, but I had pasted those in my journal already before recording this. I love Wachichi's style so much, and this art book
It looks
makes
really
it feel
good.
like I'm flipping through a fashion magazine. It's so pretty. But my favorite thing that I got from her booth is a mini shikishi board with her original art dated and signed on the back. This next one is also
I
an
love
original
that.
art piece, and
It's
it's a
the
big
cat
pile
pile
of cats
up.
from the artist whose mural I showed earlier in the video. I was so happy to get my hands on one of her original cat piles, and it was shockingly only 10,000 yen, which is around $70, which I feel like is a really good price for something that is of this size and quality. There is just so much detail and personality in these cat piles, and this was easily one of my favorite purchases from Design Festa. Okay, I said I was done with the strawberries, but I lied. I got this framed print of some more Ichigo Daifuku. It was really cute, and the strawberries were nice and shiny. It looks so juicy, and I loved that it came in a little photo frame. The next thing I got was this melon soda shaker charm, which I got for a friend. And for myself,
Nice.
I picked up this salmon shaker charm that had little fish eggs inside that you could shake around, and I thought it was the most clever and a delicious looking thing. There was a Korean couple running this small stationery booth, and almost everything was themed after their two cats, Shushu and Dongdong. And June and I thought it was the cutest concept. Like, we don't
That's
know
adorable.
who Shushu and Dongdong are, but we love how much their owners love them. So she picked up some prints, and I bought these stickers. And as a freebie, I got a notebook that looks like a magazine
Cute
dedicated
or
to their
chic?
cat Dongdong.
That's so cute. Oh my
Aw.
god.
Last, but certainly not least, I managed to buy this handmade chubby cat figurine. And I say managed because this booth was very popular, and I was lucky that there was even anything in stock when I got there. I bought this as a stocking stuffer
Look
for
at his little
Didas because he
cheeks.
loves chubby cats. So this purchase came with a very cute pamphlet that I initially assumed was just more information about the craft or about the artist. And then I put it through a translator, and it states, "The reason I started making this work was to relieve the loneliness I felt after losing my beloved cat. Because he was suffering from kidney disease, he ended up looking very thin towards the end. I wish and pray that my beloved cat who crossed the rainbow bridge and all the
I didn't need
cats
to
around
hear
the world eat their fill of delicious food and live happily ever after. All the cats I make have plump faces and
My
round,
God.
adorable silhouettes." My heart and tear ducts were not at all prepared for what this artist
Neither
wanted
was
to me, but it makes me so happy to know
It's
that
okay,
each little cat
baby.
figure is made with so much love and care, and now I get to bring home a small piece
my God.
of this artist's love for their late cat. So for that reason, this is my #1 favorite thing that I purchased at Design
So
Festa.
cute.
I have discovered so many new artists and brands to
Can't
follow
stop
just
crying
from this one
now.
event. When
It's
next May's
okay.
Design Festa rolls around, there will be a
Oh, God.
lot of
That's so
exhibitors under my
pretty.
radar, so my wallet will continue to live in fear for when that day comes. In all seriousness, though, Design Festa is a fantastic event where you can support and discover so many independent artists and small brands, and be creatively inspired by both the exhibitors and attendees. And also, it's just a really fun time when you go with friends. So the link to their site will be in the
That's so
description.
Oh, those look
Wow.
awesome.
For the record, they're not paying me or sponsoring any sort of endorsement, but they absolutely will be seeing me again next year. And if you're in Tokyo then, I hope they get to see you too. Thanks so much for watching.
I'm just saying.
Very nice.
I'm gonna be broke. Oh,
And emotional.
listen.
My emotional
I would be one
baby.
of those put it through a translator and be like, man, why did I do this to myself? She even kind of sounded like she was getting a little, because kudos to her, I would not be able to read that out loud without just bawling. Whew. That was sweet. It was really sweet.
Yeah.
I want to go.
We'll go one day. One day the Otaku couple will make it to Japan.
I want it.
We're gonna get there. One day.
And we gotta meet Emery
We do.
and Didas.
So you guys can just be the same person
Me
together,
and
right?
Didas can be.
You calling me a himbo? Thank you guys for the continued support. Let us know what you thought of this video down below. What was your favorite artist featured? If you even know any of these artists, let us know that down below too. We will see you guys for the next video. Bye.